Hello, Danielle here, and I'm back with another art journal video. My goal is to do a mini journal every month. So this is my journal for January. I'm starting off with this Lay's box, and this is going to be the base for my journal. This is going to be more like a folio because I'm just going to have journaling and a portrait on the inside. I've started saving my boxes so that I can turn them into stuff later. I haven't used scrapbook paper in a long time, but these I got over the last few months. I think they're from Michael's and Joann's. If I can link them below, I will. I've always been drawn to celestial themes, so I figured that would work for this folio. I wanted to flip through and show you some of the pages. It reminds me of when I used to make mini albums back in the day. If you are someone who used to make those, please comment down below and let me know. I hope that this video gives you some ideas for any journaling that you want to do on your own. The first thing I want to do is cover up everything so that I can start layering. This is Tim Holtz fabric tape. I'm finally getting a chance to use this. I'm just going to use it on the inside spine and on the outside as well. Now that everything's covered, I'm going to go ahead and use a sanding block to start distressing all of the pages. I did some dry brushing on each of the pages. I changed the colors to kind of match each page. I found this envelope on Pinterest. I'm going to link it down below, and this is what I used to put my journaling in. I made a bunch of these, and I'm really not even sure where I'm going with this. I just have a vague idea of what I want to do. Now I'm going to distress everything just like I did the pages. So I'm going to start sanding everything down, and then I'm going to add some dry brushing too. I'm going to use a belly band to keep all the envelopes in. I did want a pocket, but for some reason, I don't know, I changed my mind. Before I glue that down and get everything in place, I'm going to dry brush everything like I did the covers. I made the slider that goes on the front, and this is where I put my affirmations. I started off with this bowl, and this is what I used to get my circle shape. And then I made 3 circles. So one is just regular printer paper, and the other 2 are watercolor paper. After everything's cut out, I'm going to take the one with the printer paper, and I'm going to fold that in half. I'm going to use that as my guide. I'm going to fold this in half and then in half again, just so I can find the center. And then when I open it up, I'm just going to place it on top of the other 2 circles, just so that I can use my awl to put a hole into both of those. I'm just going to make sure I went all the way through both layers. Now I'm going to just divide the circle into 4, and then I'm going to fold my template one more time just so I can get that opening, that window. I'm going to go ahead and cut out my little window so that when I turn it, you can actually read each of the affirmations. I'm going to use a brad to attach these 2 circles together. I just want to test it out before I start painting it. I added a small circle on the side just so that I can turn it. I'm going to just stress everything just like I did to the covers. I'm going to use some distress sprays to paint over my circles. I put a few layers on that top one, as you can see. I had to let them dry a few times, and I added some blue to the cover as well because it felt so plain. I added affirmations to the bottom, and I'm going to add this printable down in the description as a free download if you want to do this project yourself. I wanted to do a forest tree line on the bottom, and I used my Posca pen first and it didn't work, so I am using a Liquitex paint pen, and that worked perfectly. I think because this paper is semi-glossy, it wasn't able to adhere to the page, and that's why the Posca pen didn't work. Now I can start filling up the actual folio. I'm using my Dreamer stencil, and I'm going to go ahead and paint her on some watercolor paper and then cut her out and add her in. I'm going to link the stencil down below, and as you can see, it's really easy to use, and it's just a really nice base for whatever kind of face you want to make. I didn't share the whole process of me painting her, but what I like to do is a thin layer of acrylic, and then I'll go over that with color pencils. I'm gonna add her earrings in. For some reason, I cannot find where all my string is, so I'm just using thread. It worked fine. It's funny because her earrings are exactly how I imagined them in my mind. My journaling for this month is going to go on this tea stain paper. I've never tea stained paper before, so I like the process of doing this. It's on mixed media paper. I think I use Canson. This month I focused on journaling about goals. So I put artistic goals, health goals, fitness goals, and what I'm thankful for. My plan is to open this in January of next year to see how much of it I was able to accomplish. I did copy down some of my goals into my regular journal. As you can see, I added a few more things to the folio on the inside, like some stickers and collage, and now these envelopes can like stay in there by themselves since they fold.